Hi, this is Gary with Gary's Sprinkler Repair Service, and today I'd like to do a quick video and do frequently asked questions part 2. This is a sprinkler manifold. You can see that this valve and this guy, by the way, this whole unit is called a sprinkler valve. This is a breaker lid. This is an anti-siphon valve. You can see it sitting above ground. So frequently asked question, what is this? That is a sprinkler solenoid. That's what electrically turns it on and off with the timer. What is the on-off for this on this Irrigation valve? Also commonly known as a Richtel, Longini, or any of those varieties. That is an on-off to where I can manually turn that valve on or off using that lever. And just about a quarter of a turn. What is that guy for then? Well, that's a manual bleed screw. I recommend using that guy in lieu of that guy. So for example, if I wanted to turn it on, I can lightly, you can see lots of water pressure, lightly open it, spits water out. That's normal. To shut it off, quarter of a turn the other way. So this valve should take about 15 seconds to shut off, and now it's off. Is it normal to see water come out this lid? I'll show you what that looks like. That's normal. You see that on your valve? That's completely normal, especially right after they shut off. Now, should it still be doing that at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon if they ran at 7 in the morning? No. If that's the case, check the solenoid, make sure it's tight. Check the bleed screw, make sure it's tight. If those are tight, and they don't need to be crazy tight, just lightly tight, then you got a bad valve. And you can verify that with this and this off. You can unscrew this lid and pull that lid off and muck the water out of that center chamber, and that's on one of my other videos, how to check and see if you have a bad sprinkler valve. How do I know which one's lawn, which one is drip? How I know this is lawn is it has no filter down here. You can see the next valve over. It has a filter, and below that, this little guy is shaped like a spaceship down here. People ask me all the time, what is that thing? That's a pressure reducer. That guy filters it, that guy pressure reduces it. What else? We have caps on the bottom, so we can see there's a bit cap on the bottom of these. That's for drainage. The other question I get a lot of times, people ask me, can I put fertilizer in this deal right here that's a filter? And I tell them, not unless it's a liquid, because the screen will collapse if you try to put a gunky, sticky kind of one that needs to dissolve first. We can see here this person has had a lid replaced already on this valve, because you can see a brand new valve. So why did they replace the lid? Because they blew the lid. Why would the lid blow? We suspect high water pressure, and we think there was a history of that, because again, we used to have an old cap down here on an older drip valve on this filter. It's black. However, the one next to it, white. So it looks like that's blown off at one point or cracked and been replaced. Now this guy has already been replaced. How do we know what the water pressure is and what it should be at? I say normal water pressure on a set of valves between 40 and 60 psi. And then these pressure regulators on your drip, they're supposed to step it down, these guys, to an additional 30 or 45 psi. What is that? If you're looking down in here, that is your shutoff, if that's where yours is located. Sometimes that can be a PVC ball valve. That shuts the water off to this irrigation manifold, but keeps their house water on. Hope you enjoyed our video.